Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's been so many months since I last played, and yes, it was the 28th of December 2019 when I last played, and now it is early December. Sorry, early December? What? No, sorry, it hasn't been nearly a year. It's early February. I've missed 12th of 2020 already. This game drags on. Like, goddamn. I'm just glad to play, it has one hell of a backlog. I started it when you're... I don't think you're even on Witcher 2 yet. I'm not sure, you'll have to work it out yourselves. I do believe I started in late December 2017, I think. I think I started... I actually don't remember when I started. I'm trying to get a frame of reference with the Legion pre-patch, but no fucking maps. I can't remember. Okay. Ooh, I never did go get her diary. That will be diary, dowry. That will be something I do once I can. Oh, Pied Piper.
Watch out, pixies!
Show me what you got.
Stop. Stop. Thanks for the weapon power up. Oh, did it somehow fail? Whatever. Put the sword away, jackass. I want to talk.
Hey, watch it.
Fine.
Hey, watch it.
You stepped on Thumbelina! That was my favorite tale.
Why is that?
Because it wasn't about a princess. Tales about princesses are insufferable.
Sorry, I was walking away. Did you like, get down, Mr. President, under my foot?
Stop prodding me and find the beans.
Yes. Rip. This looks like the place where, kind of place where you...
Oh, the three little pigs' homes. You know the story, don't you? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember Joss's words?
One bean lies out in the open, guarded by three nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
You have eat magic mushrooms and talk to Roach. How much is left to this? Well, I don't want it to be over. Part of me is just like, I want it to be over so I can fucking edit and upload the rest. Because I have... I have Path of Exile Betrayal to upload for you. I have Grim Dawn, my second round time through, to upload for you. I have Shadow Mordor to upload. I've started Dragon's Dogma. I've not done Shadow Mordor yet. I have to upload Dragon's Dogma. I've started that. I'm a bit in. I've stuff there to upload. Like, sweet Jiminy Cricket. I was going to put Spellforce 1 in the RPG category, but I'm going to stick with RTS. I'll go there in a sec. I forgot about Witcher Vision. Did love the animation of Geralt scraping his, tumbling off his boots.
A feather. Broken. There was a fight.
Poultry in distress.
Stop prodding me
A
and find
feather.
the beans.
Broken. There was a fight.
Duck, goose.
Goose feathers. Must have been flapping its wings. Or did it just get plucked?
Watch out! Pixies! Rat bastard!
Play smart, or you won't get hit as much as me. But none's really a threat, so no one really need to play smartly.
Hey, there, in the trees. Some kind of camp?
Defend the goose! The golden eggs will be ours!
I shall butcher you!
Stench.
You have to get 11 technically. Redbeard? Arr! I be Redbeard, the land pirate.
You mean to cross the...
But why keep her in a cage? Eggs from free-range birds are so much better. Oh well. Where's the key?
Here it is. Got it.
How we're collecting loot from Andes, I'll never understand. And I suppose, we'll have raise that to a Y. Given how it's no value to me. Just have to drop it.
Good thing you posted that notice. Never would have found you otherwise.
Oh. Wait, if they were kidnapped, how did they post a notice?
I laid a golden egg for you.
If only all my employers were that generous. Would have preferred a magic bean, but not about to complain.
Did you really travel all the way here for a contract?
Nature of the job.
I don't believe it. You must have had another reason.
Well, spent a few idyllic months in Beauclair some time past. Part of me wanted to come back, I think.
Oh yes. Visit Toussaint once and you'll always long to return.
That's why you burn it down before you go. And to come back to. The goose is down for one of the magic beans. Do we kill it? Face my onslaught! Denied my spinning. Oh no, it's on the last. It's on the last. Never mind. Last goose, whatever. Wait. Oh, it's Emps.
Rat bastard!
She really does not like these pixies. To be fair, neither do I. 3 months ago when I got the erudite off the other one. Do I have to huff and I puff and I knock the house down? Zup!
Butcher you. Oh, problems, they didn't like that.
Meat's back on the menu, boys. Also, is there any surprise they didn't like us bashing their house down? Really? Well, that's not too surprising. Hey. No real point in accepting a contract on a higher vampire. Can't really kill him. You're just making a mortal enemy. And even beyond that, they are exceptionally potent and whatnot. They aren't an enemy to, take lightly. Oh, this safe. No.
Ugh, ugly end here.
Nope. I was hoping spin to win would help, but no. The Emperor! What? Emperor's side? Nope. You can just threaten him with your fist. Cock blocking me.
Rat bastard!
Get it!
Damn it.
Pumboch, they didn't like that.
Good.
Oh,
Ugly end here.
just one hit away from upgrading the sword once more. Well, everyone here is magical, so there's that in our favor. Thanks for the distraction. Oh, you harlot! Magic dust. Yes, we're gonna do magic dust off this pig's ass. Booby.
The big bad witcher huffed and puffed, and look, got a beam.
It cannot be.
What cannot be?
You actually have a sense of humor.
Stunted a bit, but yeah, it's there.
Well, well, aren't you full of surprises? What else are you hiding behind that gruff exterior?
Not a bad singer. Do a pretty mean rendition of The Maids of Vicovaro, for instance. But some other time, maybe.
But here we are chatting away when there's work to do. We must keep looking.
And good, I'm recording. I was very scared I wasn't there.
So, you like it here?
No, got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
And yet, ironically, he loves, he's a thing for sorceresses. Fire immune rats. Mice, whatever. Oh, matter degrees.
This long lost tower?
Indeed. It's even taller than I remember.
Wait. What Joss said about the third beam, remember?
In the possession of a bold farmhand somewhere deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go. I'd always grapple up her braid in the past, but I don't see it anywhere.
We'll find another way up. Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Not sure which one is walking up the path there. Oof. Dashed upon the rocks. Or stone staircase. This bit of scaffolding by the towers remind me of the start of Witcher 2. I actually do need to go back to Witcher 1. I missed a sex card early on. Okay, here we go. Long Ox Tower, eh? So, what are the chances we'll be attacked with a frying pan? Whinge. No wonder you ended up in a tower. Ah, so location. You know? Yeah. Can't brute force it. Where's the Arden? Swallow. There's Yard. Might be late, but here it is. Wretch. Not that strong once I can actually fucking hit it. Really should just use... Wait, what was that PL thing there? What? Made it sound like it was like a... You know... Gamer clan thing. Huh. I've actually, when my hair used to be longer, I used to jokingly wrap it around me like I was going to neck myself. Much like she did. Didn't wrap it around quite that much, though. Wasn't quite that long. Golden ball and golden thread. A golden egg, hard boiled, very. And they aren't that heavy. Yeah. Magic food. Expensive toys. No bean.
Bean. Here it is. Would have stunk to climb all that way for nothing.
And it's on the bed. Princess in the pea. Princess in the bean. Okay. Why does this suddenly look like a Assassin's Creed jump-off point? Suicide! Fuck, I was one.
So?
No.
Got the bean, but long logs. Seems she got sick of waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Dettlaff was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
Dick. I can understand why she is that way, but no. Revisiting harm on others is a dick move. You know, you went through it, therefore they should. Yeah.
To use him. Was that your plan from the start?
No. At first I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Mettina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I know. We were hashing out the terms when in walked Dettlaff. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick, and gripped it through a cloth. That caught my eye. I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
No. You know, I'm surprised this medallion isn't vibrating more, given the whole place is magic. I think they kind of gave up on that.
A higher vampire and you were unimpressed? Don't know if that's brave or just plain foolish.
I've always had a way with ostensibly dangerous, quiet types.
That's supposed to be about me too?
Oh, brother, I hate to disappoint you, Geralt, but your belly button is not the center of the known world. No, you do remind me of him a bit. Stifling all emotions inside you, ever feigning indifference. You see, when I met Dettlaff, somehow I knew, call it intuition, that he meant me no harm, that he was trying to frighten me off, for he too was scared. Now do you understand?
I guess.
Hell of a gut instinct.
What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times. Enough that he became infatuated. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as twisted as I am.
So there came a day you just up and disappeared.
Yes, there was no other way. Let's just be friends, or I don't deserve you. He'd never have understood that sort of thing. But then, once I decided to return, clean up some old affairs, I remembered him and concluded he could still be of use.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned or I'll burn all else down. No other options.
Got a history with Dettlaff now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like. You needn't worry. It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sort off to this fecking fable sphere.
Kept her hand behind her back there. No, I'm just suspicious that she's got some trick up her sleeve.
I think it's got something to show us.
Careful. It's not to be trusted.
Where a gun would come in handy. Then again, can you really threaten a will-o-wisp with a pistol? Probably best to move it up to a shotgun. Eat lead into death, demon. And so on and so forth. 4-4-leaf clovers.
Night's strange. Doesn't look like he's out of any fairy tale I know. Wonder how he got here.
In past times, Henrietta and I would occasionally run into them here. You see, knights errant far outnumber princesses in the real world, so some knights would sneak into the playroom, then into this land, in search of their fairy tale damsels. That's all.
Only to be shredded to bits by a swarm of pixies. Irony's delicious.
There's better lock on
Only
it.
one bean to go. Concentrate, Geralt.
Christ, full relic suit of Toussaint gear.
Only one bean to go.
This is-
Concentrate, Geralt.
Steel sword, oh yeah. With full 20% bonus to all signs. The full was for all signage. Like Christ. Still, though, while it's inferior, I love Iris. I'm sorry. I can't leave it go. The relic suited Toussaint gear, it's solid. It's totally respectable. You get tons of piercing, bludgeoning, bleeding, slash damage resistance. Like, the whole set is based around that, and vitality, 450 apiece. You get tons of health from it. Fair chunk of armor. It's a respectable set of gear. Full round. And it's the same level as me. Makes me wonder, was it scaled to me? Or did I just get it at the perfect time? No idea. Might hold on to it and put it at my estate. Ugh. Bit cold. Okay. Does nothing weigh on anymore? Oh, chains. Beautiful. Okay, tree bears. What, pixies? I can agree with that sentiment. Nah, they got nothing for me. Whoa! He's dead. Rip. And he lives once more! The hell?
4 animals stacked atop each other. What was the tale called again?
The musicians of Blaviken. Huh. You've some link to the town as well, don't you?
But my tale's not much like this one.
I'm gonna make it like it.
Geralt. You call me cruel.
Aw, I wanted to punt them off. Wanted to ard them and see what happens. Don't like just wandering around aimlessly.
Did you like Anna Henrietta?
Do you jest? I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet. Yet when they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as peek out of the window.
She might not have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty when she was crowned? Please.
Oh, is this Goose's place? Yeah. Yet another Toussaint-locked house. I wish I could just check the map and see what's what. But nope. Suddenly I'm flashback to that wedding. You good?
Hello? Can we talk?
Schmumbroch, my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard.
Oh, it is.
Oh, Sienna, a bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started running with the wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh?
Dead.
Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But, what brings you?
You could always have a drink with us.
Oh, what? No! Not on your life. I can barely stand, I'm so hungover.
You know what they say about the hair of the dog?
Out of the question. And why must you drink? Do you wish to drown some sorrow? And I don't mean to pry, but you don't look much like a young duchess to me.
They stripped me of my title and birthright, then banished me. A family spat, let's say.
Relatable.
Looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the threats. Sienna to a T. Listen, I exist to restage a fairy tale. If you want to play at it, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, little Red Riding Hoods popped her clogs.
What?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. Who now what's at the bottom of the well? She and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation to talk to you, not about beans, nor anything else. So leave me be. Sod off.
Wolf's pretty cranky.
Surprised? Think about it. He was cast in the role of the Nemesis without ever asking for it. It's a dog's life, I tell you.
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. The piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out. Well, chop chop.
All right. Right. Time to jump in the well.
Break a leg?
I'll try and break 2. Oh, that looked weird. The hood. Beyond hill and dale. Ah, who are they?
Any luck?
Yep. Look what I got.
That would never fit you. Give it to me. How do I look?
So. Gonna be a dick to her.
Honestly, so.
Women must love you.
Actually, I do just fine.
Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
And you, the hunter.
To be honest, she looks good in it, but... Nah.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
Not a problem. Sienna can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
But Grandmama, what big eyes you have.
Better to see you with my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have.
The better to embrace you with my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you with my dear.
Certainly a different take on the big bad wolf than in, say, Grimm or,
I shall butcher
Fables. Good on you, but not really doing relevant damage. Just tap the button. It auto targets. The aiming is fiddly anyway. Bit the boat, or well, got bit by the wolf. Just since they take a while, I decided to look at my phone, but I decided not to say anything about it, I just randomly laugh.
You again?
Oh, Thank you for the convenient save.
Little bit. Little bit.
And
Little bit.
bastard!
Indeed. Just get hit you. Thank you.
I shall butcher you!
Look, my pockets are full of wolfsbane. Just, please, just kill Wolf. Were all werewolves this annoying to fight?
Rat bastard! Ugly and fierce.
Got a bleed on him. He's cagey. Good, I've still the glasses on. That's the important thing.
Butcher you!
Actually, I think... yeah, the damage he does is negligible at best. It makes sense, really. Oh, you can send a cozy distance. Oops, watched the ring way too much.
Remember what Joss said about the red bean? A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew. Ah, here it is. Red bean.
I was thinking as much, but talking about them filling his belly with stones.
At last we have them all.
What?
Now, I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened? In what became of me after they cast me out?
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see. They'd escorted you out of the duchy.
Yes. And the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me. Or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly, and eventually I became their leader. Of the whole ragged band.
Honor among thieves.
There, maybe.
Perhaps. Perhaps I should have forgotten everything, started a new life. But you know what? There came a point when I thought, you wanted a monster. Then a monster you shall get.
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down betting.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat. Come.
It's understandable, but at the same time, she's... They're relevant to something. At the same time, she's... This family spat, she's taking it out on the entire kingdom. Supposedly, the early attacks were... They were surgical. But the issue becomes in that... She was playing well with fire. No one will know.
Wolves on the prowl! Coming down the mountain!
Geralt didn't stab me. Oh, I totally didn't stab you twice.
Right, this is the spot. Pull out the beans.
Maybe it wasn't here. Maybe it was somewhere in the... elsewhere. Oh. Christ. The hills are alive with smoke people. Damn it. Ah. Oh, she's still wearing the cloak. Well, to be fair, it does work for her. There might be something else I've missed here, quest-wise.
Wait!
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful. All right, toss them!
He knows what's gonna happen. Poor bastard.
Something's always gotta go wrong.
The home stretch.
It looks just like a keep from the real world.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with him.
Oh, okay, I cope. I hate your guts already. Like... utterly loathsome son of a bitch. Oh, I can see why it's Witcher 1 all over again. Or is it? Okay, come on, into the center. Nah. Oh, okay. Little different. You just get him to hit it. It's not quite Witcher 1. Come on. Come on. Swing. Little closer. And Geralt for not dying. You really should have, to be fair. Come on. Swing. Really, this should fry us as well. You know, if he was being shocked that badly, really, we should fry as well. Come on. Ah, don't backhand it.
For a fairy tale creature, that was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
That's so? How? Plan to use me like you did Dettlaff?
No, I need you for a purpose far simpler. Well, don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I have no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
No.
Another time, another place, maybe. No offense.
None taken. You spoke clearly, you spoke honestly. It's fine.
Yeah, I need to loot this giant.
Come. The exit's this way.
I didn't get to loot the giant. Do we really have a split second to loot it? Dicks. Oh, thank God. Kind of ruins the flow of that.
Go on, jump in the well.
There.
Another will-o'-the-wisp.
Now we already know what to do.
Just curious. Why do you want the Heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right. My due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do. But I regret nothing. One lives but once.
Fair enough. Donkey. Magic gold. Donkey that shits magic gold. Don't know that myth, unless it's just going for a spin-off on... And sadly, it's not, doesn't turn up on the minimap. Unless it's just going for following on from the goose that lays magic eggs. Or golden eggs.
Here, we need but jump into the well. You first. Go on, jump in the well. Go on, jump in the well.
Ironically, I have to go up to go down to get out.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying, manipulated you are?
I'm staunchly in Regis's corner. I'm sorry, I like this guy.
Sienna, you've already run afoul of one vampire. Don't start a fight with another, all right?
Then tell said other vampire to stop taunting me.
I shall do my utmost.
Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Okay, at this stage I'm just feeling like it might be prudent to carry her over one shoulder and... you know, drag her around. Or tie a rope to her and Regis. Somehow I don't think she can really, you know, drag herself anywhere on him. You might look it, but, you know, dude's jacked.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of Duntine.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Dettlaff ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm. It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex. Especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. But how much is that worth? Yet I owe him this meeting. And that is that.
Let's get ready. Dettlaff will be here any moment now.
take out some airplane landing lights and just start, you know, signing for Dettlaff.
Ziana, I have a question I must ask you. Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Dettlaff, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What? But how?
The ribbon? Ha! Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay! You never should have meddled with her!
Damn it. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten her a ribbon.
I want you to join us! You tricked me! Both of you! Didn't silence!
By the power of spinning! The hell?
Acknowledge any gods. Start praying now.
Okay, are we sure he's a vampire, not like a literal demon? Like, sweet Jesus. Doom guy. Need some of your heavy metal right about now. Okay. Not sure when, Sid. I'm not sure when you can hit him. Like, there's an obvious opening somewhere there, but I'm not sure where it... Well, maybe not necessarily obvious, but there's an opening there, and I'm not sure where it is. With the demon vamp going on here. Like a utterly feral form. Well, not feral, but monstrous. Monstrous. Like, sweet Jesus. One thing that does bug me about the heavy armor is, while there is a little nod to it in that one Grandmaster armor quest, like, you wear any heavy armor, not just Grandmaster made heavy armor.
Nice play, isn't it?
Is it? Perhaps it'll...
Bros before hoes.
I don't.
I know... Yet I...
Let's.
Um,
The ribbon.
you wear any armor, even not stuff not built for witchers. So it just bugs me.
I want you just like this.
Can actually strike there.
Both of you! Silence!
The food buffs haven't been quite as potent. I swear they used to do more previously. Christ, he loses his fucking eyes. His hair. Pick a god and pray, Geralt.
Acknowledge any gods. Start praying now.
No invincibility frames against that one. Okay, that's your time to attack him, but you have to come in after the blast. All his hits are shockingly potent and will fucking kill you. Probably also doesn't help that I'm wearing armor from the last set. Last expansion. It's a good armor, but armor from Dead nonetheless. It's mainly for aesthetic reasons. And, you know, most of the time that works fine. Because again, most of the fights in the game haven't been that difficult. I was actually hoping not to fight him and presumably have to kill him.
Nice, isn't it?
Is it? Perhaps...
This, having to go through this again and again and again and again and again and again and again. It's annoying.
The ribbon.
There. Give me a chance to set up any gear and whatnot.
I want you just like this. You tricked me.
Didn't mean any of it.
The walls joining in on the blocking. You know what will be useful here? A shotgun. Okay, like seriously, Doom guy, give me a hand.
Acknowledge any gods. Start praying now.
Now. Pull back. Okay, you get it. fucking raid boss here. Like it's leaving a blood pool. Okay, I can take one of those hits. If it means getting an extra bit of damage on him. The hell? Fucking Silent Hill. Actually, it's the other guy's fight from Path of Exile. Fleshy interior, 3 hearts, or 3 organs. Or boss, mainly irrelevant. And it's sad, I had black blood on the bar and everything. There's no point in engaging him. Well, beyond him killing me. Yeah, I figured the hearts have to go down. And probably the moment you kill him, blood him there, another one will spawn. I did it before, I can do it again. Now that I know what to do...
I want you to us. You tricked me. Both of you. Silence.
Yes, he is. Gets worse, though. Like, seriously, a shotgun would even this encounter up right well. No, seriously. Just Geralt with a shotgun, just, you know, shooting Dettlaff. It would be beautiful. Dettlaff in his second form flying. The surface air missiles come out. I take my headset off for a second there.
Knowledge gods. Start playing now.
Christ. Yeah, I think that does like best part of like half my health bar. Yeah, no. Not sure I'll be able to actually finish this tonight. Room's after getting cold. It's been longer than I thought since I turned the heater off. Don't think I can quick save during the fights.
What now? I want you just
Nope.
on us. You traitor! Both of you!
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence!
I think that's where the rocks are meant to be on the other guy. He's not there at present. Like, I don't know, probably off getting a drink or something. Just want health to go back up a bit more before I get pulled into a thing again. Should put that in. But yeah, I want just to have as much health as possible before the next stage starts. Somehow I don't think having black blood would matter for cutscene powers. It would be nice if that had an impact.
Acknowledge any gods. Start praying.
Leads off with a fly. Run, 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 run. Damn it. Jesus. Damn it. Got close, but not quite enough. It takes 2 rolls to get out of his bat attack. I'm also thinking, and if we could strike this down and have some time before the next one comes out to break down the hearts, it could go one of 2 ways. Hopefully we can beat this down, and if it doesn't work,
Stop me. Prepare to die, Witcher!
okay, you get like a strike, or you have to disengage. That's fine. Woo! Potion. cornered in there. All my own doing, but still. There we go. Wasted a roast chicken leg, but still a V. Imagine if you didn't kill the one you start off with, when the hearts are also available, and you just bet down the hearts, getting it, triggering another one to spawn. Or maybe it would have been a free one. And then... Aha! I didn't fuck up. Basic directions. You can't stop me now, Dettlaff. Also, really a name with Dettlaff. Your parents did not like you. Though he did have a nice coat. I'm gonna take that when we're done this fight. Damn it. So off the cuff. Started off on less health than normal. Thinking about it, this won't be the end of Dettlaff. Let's hope you don't meet again, Geralt. Or if you do, you have a bountiful supply of swallow. Oh, nice. It's that. It's timed, I think, or maybe it's swing. No, damage based, and the heart fell within the damage. A little bit under it. Seriously, Dettlaff, what the fuck?
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
I was hoping to avoid that. The only way to avoid that would be not have gotten the ribbon back. This freaking was just a memento. Wouldn't have figured it was a teleport thing. Frustrating. Didn't want him to die.
My, what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
It feels like they started the game again. Didn't we hear similar remarks then too? And it's a bit of a jarring thing of the other guy draining his friend to death. That's permadeath now. Permadeath. Only a true higher vampire can kill another higher vampire, and he's fucking dead. It's a bit jarring of a jump.
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience.
Count on it. Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Syanna planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Syanna's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters. What's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Dettlaff the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise to be careful.
I know, I'm switching back to my good-looking robe. Well, once I can. It is a bit jarring.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
How's business?
Can't
Well
really use a
enough,
brush on those
I
boots,
can't
could you?
complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
beggars brought them.
Why didn't you tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
True.
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Where'd they get the letters? They pick them up? Get them from someone?
I don't know. They'd come, hand me a letter, and walk away. I asked no questions.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that bootshine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
By the prophet's witness, a witcher.
Leather boots, polish and shine, 20 crowns. Leather boots, polish without shine, not recommended, 15 crowns. Single leather boot with shine, war veterans and other invalids, and even for title wads, 12 crowns. Cleaning knight's girdles and leather accessories, 30 crowns if boots are cleaned as well, and 20 crowns if boots are not cleaned, so it's worth having everything cleaned. Special offer, metal cleaning, set of breastplate armor. A set of plate armor, 40 crowns. Breastplate, 15. Plates, 15. Bastonet, 15. Ooh, didn't actually read it, it could scroll. Excuse me. Maybe a lot. Dettlaff, Dervan, Eretine. You don't know us, but we know you better than you think. We know your past, your origins, your secrets. We know that you're a vampire, and we know about your weakness for a woman named Renawed. We have news for you. Renawed is alive and well at the moment. How long this lasts is entirely up to you. Renawed has everything she needs, even Kavari pears for which you know she's a particular liking. All this, however, may change soon. If you do not meet her demands, Renawed may soon be missing not only pears but bread and water also. Walk her away in a rat-infested dungeon and start to torture her. First we'll pull out her fingernails, then we'll break her bones, and finally we'll strip her skin off, piece by piece. You, however, can save her. All you have to do is go to Beauclair and kill 5 people in a specific way. 5 unimportant souls for the woman you love. You will shortly receive a letter with the first name and instructions. Retrieve the days perform the killing. Do not succeed. Instead, the next letter you will receive a finger of your beloved. Do not try to look for us. You won't find us. Your friends. I'm thinking like the last letter, I might do a bonus episode. Christ, it's truly mixed in. I might do a here it is. Tiny bit. If you've something to be cleaned that's not on price list, I can clean it. It's price subject to agreement. Come a mess, leave well dressed. You see, I'm the bleeding best. Cute. I still have to read through all the bestiary and character entries. So, and maybe a few journal books and whatnot. I might do a bonus episode at the end after I actually finish it, where I read through it all. However long that takes, separate bonus episode where I read through everything.
Bloody hell.
Was thinking of doing snippets, but fuck it.
Feast till the wine barrels run dry. There is no tomorrow.
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it?
Actually, maybe I will do it.
We need no filth.
Do
There's no need to
snippets.
raise voices.
Hmm.
Let's keep our calm.
Our calm is exactly what you disturb. Your vagrants bring pestilence, take work from honest folk, and sponge off ducal relief.
My folk do not harm us, and they've nowhere else to go.
We
That explains it.
flying fart.
Oh, it was still gonna go on.
You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why.
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Does he seem extra pale than before? I'd say he does.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves.
Why?
Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
I forgot to change my clothes.
She's a let you coin to wine.
You are one down, you scrib.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
The delay, huh?
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the boot black in Rue de Garl.
The boot black? A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
I will try and change my outfit when I can. It does feel wrong to keep wearing it.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve this soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold, and we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the boot black. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I scream? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the boot black. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
Oh, technically I just threatened him as
All
well.
right. Take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Just waiting for something to happen to it. So dramatic.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Syanna rather grossly.
Judging by this, Dettlaff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Single act of mercy, I guess.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain teaser and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Dettlaff's last victim. Syanna planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Syanna, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Syanna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Think it's a good idea? After all, we foiled her carefully planned scheme. Think she'll even want to?
Talk to you? Would it harm you in any way to try? Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Syanna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Dettlaff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Syanna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Dettlaff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
What can I do?
Understandable. Though I don't know why we couldn't just have killed Dettlaff in a way where he could come back rather than a permadeath. Whoa. Put that on so hard it flung us to a different menu. And again. Oh, so I just noticed we weren't wearing our glasses. Fix that. Oh, so randomly we have the horn on. There we go.
Drinking. The most fun you can have with your
Long live Duchessa Anna Henrietta.
what brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Do like the little rhymes. Okay, I am recording. Oh well, you can hear me, you can hear the game, you can see the game, and I'm indeed recording. 17, 18, 19, 20. The reason I'm not counting in trees, or mostly in trees anymore, is because I was counting frames back then, apparently, and well, here I'm counting seconds. Pomp and strange circumstance. Card tournament. City certainly bounced back well and quickly. Did they say how long it was since?
Vampires. Real life. Flesh.
Guy's losing his nut over the vampires. Kinda can't blame him, really. Must have been a pretty fucking terrifying time. But yeah, the city's bounced back shockingly well, given how all on fire it was. Do wonder when this footage is coming out. This might stretch into 2021. Then Pavag's Betrayal coming out. Then Grim Dawn. Christ. Might be late 2021 before Shadow Mordor comes out. Even that double went. Ah, the place we wandered into previously.
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquesse's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Thank you. A statue?
The
Odd.
witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? Oh, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her?
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
Scoia'tael, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You really want a happy ending, don't you?
Kind sort of.
With all of us living happily ever after.
The back of it.
Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Scoia'tael.
Commander Dettlaff would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Need to tend to one thing first. I'll look in on him afterwards.
So be it.
Need to change into the other outfit. This time, you must see to our Duchessa. Henrietta knows nothing of empathy. Her heart is cold. The shard of ice you must tear from her breast. At first you must snap her neck. Quickly and to effect. Once that is done, Rihanna shall go free. Game's chugging on this page. Oh, the corks and all this. They were marked with a quest thing, but... yeah, they weren't quest items. I'm not sure what's with this slowdown here.
Well, will you stay long?
Sad I can't just talk to him and get teleported. Would be handy. Okay, it feels like this is the end now of this, and I don't want it to be over. At the same time, I kind of do. At the same time, I kind of don't. It's the right mix and swell of emotion. I hate how they use the same tune constantly. I wish they kind of mixed it up a little. It's just like they used the Gwent team at the fucking wedding. Like, it was constant.
My niece ate something horrible.
Knees aching, guard. Yeah.
Damien. Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Your face doesn't look good.
Ooh.
Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of arnica. Yeah, I hardly feel it anymore.
Actually, that brings me back. Mum used to have like a few liter bottle of arnica when I was a kid. One day I got bogs right in the face with a football, and she, like, it was like right over one of my eyes. She, in an utter flap, raced over to the soccer camp with the giant bottle of arnica. It was right bog, and the ball went high up in the air. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's gone up," and I was like, "Huh? What? Where?" Right in the face.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Dettlaff and Syanna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
Why to focus on the 2 roses? But yeah, she is known for having a hard heart. One guy hummed a song and was banished from the duchy.
In the guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
Jarring.
May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Sonreal, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Oh, by the way, your sister wanted to kill you.
Feels like a second distinction. I'm honored. Thank you.
I trust you shall make good use of it. In a moment I shall speak to Syanna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet you also showed me her horrendous deeds. As head of state, I must judge her fairly, but she is my sister. Thus my heart bleeds for her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Scoia'tael in.
I was hoping to tell her the other news in more private settings. I was hoping, I know. Oh, so seriously, people there at the back have red eyes.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They've hated me since I was a child. Thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... Your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Henrietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace. Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark, and which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace. Supposed acts of cruelty. Inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you... The only one to understand me. You cowered in a corner. Lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony, it was short.
Bit awkward. She doesn't know about the
Perhaps
assassination.
you, as you ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
Not so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Ah, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips. How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
This moonlight makes me, oh, so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess.
Succubus twins. A good one. A good one. Oh, and they put back on my gear for me. That's mighty kind. And it's needed to complete a quest. Be cold now, so
Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, oh, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Hey, I'm still stuck on the succubus twins. Wow, to be fair, I'm actually stuck on thinking about that you know, elder god, dating sim thing. Someone did like a choose your own adventure thing and included various Lovecraftian horrors, and it's just like, ah, sure, why not? I'm down for anything. Some ways they might be preferential.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Damn it, where'd you go?
God, he moved. I was even over in this direction. It's like a handy symbol underground.
Damn it, where'd you go?
You raise your hand against the vampire!
I'll find them in the bushes. Sorry, Regis. Wasn't much help.
Those Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or...
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule. An unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Christ, they didn't stand a chance against Regis. They were a proper fight before, and he just slaughtered them.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you in your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
I wish I'd aligned. No, I need to go very far north and settle down with Triss.
Don't really know yet. I'd find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
I wish we got to see more of this guy. I really do like him. Similarly, I wish we got to see more of Zoltan and Dandelion, you know? I like those guys, and, what's the other guy? You know, the old sage on Skellige. He was cool. For whatever reason, that sage has two names. Even within the Witcher games, it's not that he was translated as one thing in the books or whatnot, and they call him something else here. They call him by both names here. I can't remember his name right now. Mouse Stick? Oh, I need to respond to him, a friend. Mouse Sack. Little further north. Mouse Sack. Yeah, don't get that. Don't get that at all. Never realized it was the same fucking guy till the wiki told me.
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
See ya. Feels like a hint. There's gonna be a Witcher 4, but no, this is the end of Geralt's tale. This is the end of his thing. Certainly, there's talk of Witcher 4 and him turning up as a cameo, so it's not really the end of Geralt's tale. But certainly, if it's just a cameo role, it's not really much of a thing. Though I did note there that just said the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt rather than a particularly Blood and Wine thing, which gives me inclination to skip it. But we'll let it play out nonetheless, because once again, people here who worked on Witcher 3 do deserve their credit. Certainly they work plenty long hours for it. CD Projekt Red is known for its crunch. It's one... I don't really know much about its working environment, and that's like the one detail I have heard. It's just the degree of crunch they have. Which does suck. Certainly gets the games done that bit quicker, but it does suck on the people who work in it. You know? But anyway, I have seriously enjoyed Witcher 3. I feel I dragged it out too long, though. It takes away from the experience of it. If I'd played it more compactly, it would have worked better. And I don't mean on your end the episodes, you know, going 400 whatever parts. What I mean is the... Who is that meant to be? Maybe the Doppler. Yeah, I think the Doppler. I literally started this in December 2017, and it's now 2020. February 2020. I've played it for over 3 years on and off. If I played it more together, more succinctly, consistently, it would have flowed better. It would have had a better oomph to it. Because, like, to give you another example, when I was playing through Annihilation campaign, was it Annihilation? No, Odyssey. I keep saying Annihilation campaign, but it was just StarCraft 2 Annihilation. It was Annihilation campaign. That was wrong. Anyway, it was me misunderstanding a title. But anyway, Odyssey. There was a mission in it where there's a dramatic reveal and character death, and it's actually an emotional scene, you know, all in all. It was actually a rather emotional scene. It hit me hard at the time. Then I remember coming back to it, And I was even noting this to myself, at least at the time. When I came back to it months later, a new mission had come out. The emotional disconnect. I wasn't coming off of that low and building into this. I was like, just jollying all over the place. But I wasn't coming off of some emotional low and whatnot, and coming into this thing as, you know, whatnot. You know, I was disconnected from it. So, it's the same here with this. You know, I was too disconnected from the emotional arc of the story. Plus, with all the side questing and question mark running I did. Oh, actually, there was some Skellige stuff, so maybe this is dedicatedly Blood and Wine stuff. But yeah, there's all the side questing and the question mark running certainly didn't help. You know, that there, but the constant stopping and starting. At the start, I got tied up with Legion. I was trying to finish that off. I was trying to get that heroic mount. I was getting obsessive about it. I fixated on it. Then I was trying to. Then I was working BFA. I was working on tons of different things. I was on a itch to play tons of different games. Like I was really into playing Path of Exile Betrayal. Then I was really into playing through Grim Dawn. I even went through, suffering withdrawal symptoms while I was trying to go through that, and while it stopped me for a day or two, I was right back at it then, even though the room started spinning during it. I had a depressive episode combined with an OCD episode, and I ended up missing my pills for 2 days, and the pills were stronger than anything I'd taken before. And I remember I'd gotten out of the shower, I sat down on my chair, I was having some Pringles, and then suddenly, you know, I was so incredibly nauseous. It lasted for like 2 days, and after that it started easing, and I would feel better. I could actually stomach food. You know, I was just generally in a better condition. I remember I was too scared to start to eat because I felt I was just going to retch it up. So yeah, it was not a fun endeavor. Actually, if I'm going to go record the little snippet episodes for this, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to change my recorder slightly. I'm going to have to change it from the file type it's recording in, because I hit off my power key on the keyboard by mistake once, because it's like OCD must rub button thing, and I ended up losing footage. It corrupted a bit of Final Fantasy 14 footage. Yeah, and missed much. It was crafting and whatnot, but still it was annoying. So I changed the editor thing. In OBS, in XSplit, it would have been fine, presumably. The editor crashed previously, and it was fine. I just couldn't. Sorry, the recorder crashed previously, and I just couldn't edit the recording, but I could upload it just fine. But here, the recording was just buggered completely. But yeah, I'll switch it, I'll do the snippets, I'll read through it, be like, ta-da, and then I'll move on, and ta-da, and I'll move on. For the books I'm reading, I'll just read it as a collection. Similarly, it'll be released as alongside the snippets, but yeah. I'm not the new Black. Huh. But I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'll be releasing these as extras after the series ends. It'll probably drag over a little into Path of Exile, because simply due to how many there are. I didn't read the entries most of the game. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, I dragged this out. Like, I was caught up with Legion, then BFA, then I was working on a variety of different shooters. Mankind Divided, for example, Prey recently. I was playing Killing for the last few days. I played, you know, went through Path of Exile Betrayal, Grim Dawn. I did Path of Exile Legion, a bit of that. Not too much, but a bit of that. I did a bit of Path of Exile... not Blight. The one to come after Blight. It's currently on. Or no, it was Blight the one I did. No, it was the one after Blight. I didn't do Singularity, I didn't do Blight. It was the one after. Let me look it up. It shows how much I've done of it. Path of Exile... no, it's not Conquerors of the Atlas. It would release alongside it, but it's not it. Metamorph, that's it. I think it's a little bit of art there that rekindled the right memory. Flicked past it too quickly. It could have just been the right blur of color. But yeah, Metamorph. Played a bit of Metamorph. I don't think I'll be going back to it though. I'm not really feeling it. I was thinking of asking a friend, but I know I randomly get awkward talking to people. Nothing against a friend. It's just hell, even with my own family, like the ones I actually talk to. Remember, made a joke about her family thing being relatable. Yeah. Not quite as bad as hers. I haven't been exiled, but trust me, enough family squabbling. You'll hear all about it when Prey comes out. I bitched there plenty because I was frustrated and I was annoyed. You can assign other emotions to it as well. But yeah, I did a bit of Metamorph. I've done a bit of Shadow Mordor. I've done a wide variety of games. I've been trying to write my own books. I haven't been doing too well on that front. Rarely do I have the drive and itch to write, and even then when I do, I feel intimidated by it, that it's beyond me, even though I'm intentionally Phew, that was a lot of people, right? So now that we've been properly introduced, we'd like to thank you one last time. Blood and Wine is the end of the Witcher tree wild hunt. We wanted to call it Sweat and Tears, or Damn, we'll miss this, but we couldn't. However, as a studio, we've already embarked on other adventures. We promise you'll hear about them soon. Geralt will always have a special place in our hearts, and yours as well. Should give me more time. Loving memory of Carolina. I'm not going to butcher her name, but R.I.P. You'll have to read the...
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Be it ever so humble. I really do like the vamp dude. I wish we got to see more of him. Certainly we got to see a bit of him, and again, to tie it back into what I was saying there, it was what I got to see of him was like stretched out from each other. But what was I saying? I've kind of forgotten. Oh, there's where the other guy got thrown out. Australian, or whatever he's called. The corpse is probably gone by now. But my legs. But
There's never been a frown that couldn't be turned upside down.
I hate that saying. My aunt would always say it when I was young, and it would always make me smile, and that would annoy me, but I'll be smiling and annoyed. But yeah, I vaguely remember I was saying that, you know, all the different things will be tied up in playing, and oh yeah, I was saying I was intimidated trying to write my own books.
Vampires. Real life, flesh, filth and blood vampires.
It's more likely than you think. But yeah, I like recording, just daunted by trying to write my own books. Just the idea of it, just it feels, even the one I'm trying to write for Experience, and I'm thinking like no one expects much of a romance novel. Like seriously, he grabbed my sex. 20 million. I don't know if it actually made that much, but fuck it, I wouldn't be surprised. Like no one expects much from romance novels. No one. Like seriously, 50 Shades was a Twilight fanfic that got published, and it doesn't even get its fucking genre right. It's a rape fic, not BDSM. That whole shtick has a mantra of safe, sane, and consensual, and outright raping someone is none of that. Oy. Sorry, I'm irritated at the, wrongly using words. Which is a little bit hypocritical of me, given I botch phrases constantly. But anyway, yeah, I'm daunted to try and write my own stories. I have a few different ideas bobbling around, and I want to work on them. Tried to write a few chapters of one, then I was rewriting them, then I got distracted and started working on another one. And what's with the smoke? I think that's all the vampire bodies in there. Oh. Nice. Come on. Surprised they didn't die.
Yes, sir?
Don't.
I'm not permitted to talk to you, sir.
Yes? I shall be famous one day. As famous as you.
So the victims' corpses.
How may I serve you?
Don't go.
Sir Geralt of Rivia.
Did you
The
come out
Tony's
of the
victim.
Hanses then?
But yeah, I'm daunted by that idea. I just feel it's above my pay grade, and it's, even though, you got to do it to get better at it. I have difficulty doing it to get better at it. Oh, and actually there is, it's.
I knew from the start you'd best the beast.
It's, I think largely some personal problems factoring into it. Social anxiety. I have difficulties making mistakes just because I don't like being wrong, and I know people that seemingly expected a lot of me. Well, I've ended up feeling like perfection, and they made it clear whenever I fell short of it, with lots of screaming. Kinda ends up becoming an inbuilt fear, But there is actually one statue over there. Background honestly almost looks painted. Huh. Looks lovely. But almost disconnected from the game. But I guess that's just how picturesque the place is here. And I call that the background. That's places you can actually go to, but it's so far off. Whatever. There is actually two things I need to do here at the end. One is I need to go to Oxenfurt, I think it was, to find the lady here from the tourney. You can meet her there after Blood and Wine, and you can talk of her adventures in the 5 years she has left. You can also go to. I also have to go get the other one's money.
Master Witcher,
or a little
some
trust.
unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
I know who. I know who. pointless food laid out.
Triss?
Oh.
In the flesh.
I thought you were in Kovir.
I got tired of waiting for you, so I decided to head to Toussaint. Catch some sun, see how things are going. You said it would only take a moment.
Things are pretty much wrapped up, luckily. We'll be able to head north soon.
I hope you're not upset I came like this, without warning.
True, I haven't always been fond of surprises. They remind me of work. The law of surprise, surprise child. But I think I've changed my mind. Seems surprises can actually be pleasant. Very pleasant. Let's go outside. There's this one cozy spot you're gonna love.
Not who I was expecting. Maybe she'll be along here in a sec too.
How are things in Kovir?
Amazingly boring and predictable. Council meetings mainly concern trade matters, tariffs, storage regulations, that sort of thing.
Missing the excitement?
You know the Athiri saying, may you live in interesting times? Well, I've already done that, and now I'm looking for a bit of quiet. The other mages I brought with me from Novigrad, or who made it north on their own, feel the same. You wouldn't recognize them. No conspiracies, cabals, plotting. They just sit there and work, for the good of the kingdom.
Sounds too good to be true.
Sometimes I think it's all too lovely to be true. That something's bound to happen. Another war, or some other horror. But for now, it's nice. And once you finish your business here and come join me, it'll be even better.
So, how do you like my vineyard?
I think you know the answer to that. I like it a lot. House is big, but not showy. Lovely location. Perfect for romantic getaways.
Just finished some remodeling. Paid through the nose for it, but I think it was worth it. There are already some new saplings and flowers around the grounds, but I think it's still missing something. Maybe a hedge maze? With a statue in the center? One that's stately and nude.
Oh, Geralt, don't bring up that ball. The wine got to my head and I...
Not bringing it up to tease, but to reminisce. That evening, it was magic. And your dress. You looked lovely in it.
I've got it with me. I could put it on one evening. We'll dine outside by candlelight. Listen to the music of the cicadas.
Can't wait.
The magic pheasant of mystery and wonder. Shit, the looping on that. Like, my god, that's horrendous.
Kovir's a long way off.
I have my ways, Geralt. Hydromancy, for example.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, what becomes of us? See anything else in the reflection?
Zoltan moves in.
Please tell me you're joking.
You can breathe easy. Far as I know, he settled down in Novigrad and has no intention of budging. In all seriousness, though, I did see a few scraps of our future, but I'd rather not tell you exactly what.
Why not?
Because you said you've grown to like pleasant surprises.
I remember hearing one bit of Witcher lore, and it was that Geralt as a person shouldn't be. As in, he was apparently this son of a sorceress kind of thing. They're like by rule infertile. Let me double check that. Yeah, Vizana was Geralt's mother. Corin was her husband? He was a warrior. Apparently fought together to defeat a Koschei. Beastie we fought in the first game. But yeah, apparently somehow she ended up having a kid, presumably with that Corrin guy. Apparently it seems it's implied more so than anything else. And I'm taking a guess on how you pronounce her name. It's not one I've seen before.
This is your first time in Tucson, right? Want me to show you around a bit?
Sorry, but I've already made plans.
Oh? What are you going to do?
Lie down in the sun and not move an inch.
Ah, right. A packed schedule. Not overdoing it a tad.
Oh, gotta get the most of this weather before I return north. Know that joke about how to tell when summer has come to Kavir?
The rain isn't quite so cold.
And sadly, that's not far from the truth.
So you've gone to Ireland.
I shouldn't have told you that. Now you'll change your mind and not come join me.
Wouldn't worry about that.
Nice necklace.
Mind if I leave you here alone for a moment?
Just a moment.
You'd think Triss would at least have introduced herself to the guy. Making herself at home. You okay, mate?
How might I be of service?
Okay, can't even tell him that's the missus. I've no idea what's with this dress. Okay. Toussaint armor. Fine. Gotta do it right in one go, it seems. There we go. Toussaint gear. This is Geralt's chamber. Letter from Regis. Dear Geralt, if you read these words, it means that I'm already far beyond the borders of Toussaint. You found my mutagenerator. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like, perhaps something more fitting to your taste, or better reflecting its function, for I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I've been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished. I'm convinced, as an inventor can be before his apparatus has been used as intended, the usefulness of this apparatus. Can be before his invention has been used as intended, of usefulness of this apparatus. I think I said apparatus twice before I should have. You're surely wondering what function it's meant to serve. As the name indicates, mutagenerator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagical energy waves from bodies. In this case, the bodies of monsters and evildoers you kill. When it has absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, mutagenerator generates changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it's green, red, or blue mutagen. Chance, yet I have noted the colours tend to alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your duly devoted friend, Emil Regus Halleck Teref Godfrey. Tereziov Godfrey? I cannot say it. You might be wondering why I decided to toss a mutagenerator into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. Well, you must know I did it out of modesty, believe it or not. Take care, Geralt, and may my gift serve you well. I have no trophies for there. There's literally no main quest left.
Wine is better than stew for stew.
Yes, Geralt?
Mind if I leave you here?
Just a moment.
Huh. Thought Siri was meant to turn up.
Long live Liam and Matilda!
Who? And who? Oh, it's the two farm owner, vineyard owners we brought together. Okay, so Amaris the Trastamara obtained this obtained this property from Duchess Cobarta in recognition of his service to Sant. The ruler's gift came with an unexpected barb, however, for the house had been turned out to be haunted, even worse, deep in tax arrears. Trastamara consulted druids of Cade Muckvid about his case and was given the following advice: if you cannot reach a deal with the spectre, let it be and call it a day.
Tallywhacked the beast? Not bad.
Yeah, it is the hunting cottage. But yeah, I was expecting Siri to turn up. Wonder if she turns up if you don't go after either Siri, Triss, or the other one. I'm gonna look this up because it's bugging me now, and it's also lacking a proper, like, right off into a sunset, like I was expecting. Don't mind so much looking at the wiki now. No, I'm installing an app. Skimming there. That's actually too far, those journal entries. Okay, they're just covering the base game. But she's meant to appear in Blood and Wine. Depending on your choices. Isn't she? Yeah, she can appear in Blood and Wine. Ciri, Blood and Wine. It's the Ciri ending. Yeah, if she stays at your vineyard, apparently. So, since I got Triss, I don't get her. Apparently, if okay. There's 4 endings. If you go for Triss, you get Triss. If you go for Yen, you get Yen. If you get Ciri, if she's alive, and you didn't get Yen or Triss, or tried to romance both, and you get Dandelion if Ciri's dead and you didn't get Triss or Yen. So that's sad. I was looking forward to seeing Ciri one last time. Well, I'll have to redo the entire game and not choose Yen. Been there, done that. Not to choose Triss. Oh well. We still have one other thing to do.
I want to look around some. Nothing interesting here. This one's full too. Nothing interesting here. Full. Nothing interesting here.
So yeah, I was hoping to see Ciri again.
This one's full too.
But since I went for Yen, she won't be there. You have to either go for both or go for neither.
This one's full too.
Conveniently, it's only at the, mid-level height. It's not the ones up top or ones in the bottom.
Strange.
Gold Stick of Joy.
That's awful pretty. It'll look great in the house.
It's, there's a joystick award. Can't get out that way for one reason or another. Thought I had a key. Clearly not, but I don't know how you get it. Let's head back. Actually, no, let's head to Oxenford first. I would have liked to, ride off into the sunset kind of moment there with Triss. Well, like I was saying, I wanted Ciri, and I basically saw, the Miracle Sound music video, and you see this ending there with Ciri. No, Oxenford. Oxenford Harbor. The ending there with Ciri. I know I wanted that myself. Again, I liked Ciri as a character. I wanted to see that bit more of her in the game. Again, I've liked a lot of these characters, and I just want to see more of them. Still, like, it's known that there's plans for Witcher 4, but it's going to be different character. You know, it's not going to be Geralt. It's going to be different, you know, thing. So, in all likelihood, we might get to see Dandelion again. We might see Triss again. Probably won't. The fair chance to not have to acknowledge as many choices in Witcher 3 as possible. They'll minimize the amount of characters that come back in it.
Or sold his feet. And no one came. No. He had some, but there's a grim story to it.
Oh, we've already heard that.
Vivaldi's taken over the auction house.
Like the car music isn't bad. It just you hear it all together too much. It is here, right, that she appears? Sorry, the air took a different tint. Maybe it was the other place. I always get these two confused. Let's check. Apparently she's meant to turn up in Skellige as well, but a glitch prevents her from appearing there. Yeah, it was Novigrad. You visit her in Novigrad. She actually has 7 years. Yeah, you're meant to find her. Okay. Novigrad. This way. I'm not sure where in Novigrad she is, but I'm sure I'll find her. Actually, is there any hints as to where she is? But yes, you meet her in Novigrad, and you can you talk to her there. Then she leaves and goes to Skellige, but a bug stops her from appearing. She's meant to go settle at the same room as Yennefer was in, but a bug stops that from happening. And even if you on PC force her to appear, she only says ambient dialogue. Hold on, I just need to respond to a message. Okay. Let's try a hierarch square. I don't know. Just want to try and find her, I guess, tonight, or there's something I need to do today. Need to do a bit of tidying up. Again.
Whosoever conceals a mage in their home shall burn alongside him or her.
They haven't tried a new burning in a while. But, yeah, I have to do some tidying up, so I'll do the little snippets later on. I'm just figuring if I was to do them individually, it'd be easier for you know. Easier for you to see what you want to see, and who knows, maybe it'll get more attention that way. Like, I do want my channel to actually get some acknowledgement and to do better, and I know I'm grasping at straws, honestly.
Temple guard let even you into the city.
Those witches.
We'll have order at last! Long live Radovid! Hail the mage hunters!
Okay, I'm gonna see if anyone says where she appears. What did I call her? Okay, I'm out tabbing instead. I was gonna try my phone. Vivian. Vivian. Oh, they actually do have a picture of our location, Novigrad. Okay, let me see. Top side, so the half moon. Here. Okay. It's the nearest signpost. But yeah, sadly we won't get to see Ciri again. I'd have to either not go after neither Yen or Triss. Or try and go after Boat. Apparently Boat will turn up. If you get both of them. That would have been an interesting move. Sadly, Geralt's got needs of needs of paper. To be fair, that is a pretty big fall, but he's, you know, he's the superhuman, not me. You should be able to take a bit better than I can. I'm surprised she could get into Novigrad. Or into... yeah, Novigrad. You know, it's... you know, with the block on the ports and... well, in the entranceways and whatnot. Then again, maybe it's if she came in by boat. There we go. You seriously haven't changed your dress?
Vivian, hey.
Witcher, so good to see you.
How do you feel? No relapse?
None. I feel wonderful. You've no idea how relieved I am. I went to see a mammoth play in Pont Venice, out of doors, and it went on late into the night. And I did not need to flee at dusk. I also attended Baroness de Codel's ball, danced to the break of dawn.
What's brought you to Novigrad?
I've toured the entire city already. Now I seek a ship to take me to the Skellige Isles. I've heard there are beautiful flying sirens there, and mountains that rise out of the sea into the sky. Is any of it true?
It all is, actually. Except you'll want to watch out for the sirens. As beautiful as they are dangerous.
I shall be careful, I promise. Farewell, Geralt. Ah, one last thing. I would like you to have this. I kept it at first as a memento, but I think I prefer not to have anything to remind me of that time. Will you take it?
Of course. Thank you. And take care.
Apparently she stays for like a week longer or so. Week, 8 days. And then she'll leave here.
Greetings, Witcher.
Hail be praised!
Greetings, Witcher.
Hail be praised!
But yeah, she'll stay for like 7, 8 days, and then she'll disappear from here. She's meant to turn up in Skellige, but due to bugs, she won't turn up. Force her in. She'll only say ambient dialogue, maybe what you just heard there, and that's it. So it's kind of disappointing. Similarly, we were meant to get the, city guard captain from Fuzima. We were meant to get a quest with him in it. They decided against it, so we never got to see him again. And it's a few missed opportunities there, which is kind of sad. One because of a bug, and one because they decided against doing it. Hint, hint, CD Projekt Red. Come back, fix the bug, and do another expansion, adding in bits and bobs here and there that you didn't put in first time round. Hint, hint. I'll even pay for it. As long, substantial bits here and there, I'll pay for it. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this set, folks. Let me go a step further. Let me just, I want to end it elsewhere. I'm not long for this world. Jump off the bridge. But no. Again, another one. Clean it up, people.
We'll deal with the witches.
Okay. Let me just try and find my way around. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this set, folks. And more than that, beyond that, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed The Witcher 3. I hope you've enjoyed Hearts of Stone, and I hope you enjoyed Blood and Wine. All have been fantastic content. I've truly enjoyed them all, and like I said, my main regret for them, beyond them being over, is that I didn't play them close enough together. I took too many breaks in between, getting distracted by this thing and that thing. It did, for me, take away from the game, because... Oh, actually, I wonder if I can talk to the guy in here. What's his face, the servant, now that his master's dead. I figured there'd be some more of note here. Doesn't really want like loot in these bookcases. Yeah, the servant dude, the eunuch, ain't here. Ah, shame, shame. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this set, folks, and I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this series as a whole. As I was saying, my main disappointment with the series, beyond the fumbles here and there that I mentioned, has been that I didn't play all the stuff close enough together. There was huge gaps when I was playing the base game of Witcher. There was gaps when I was playing Heart of Stone, or was it Hearts of Stone? I think it was Hearts of Stone. There was big gaps when I was playing Blood and Wine. Like I said, it was 3 months since I got this sword from the Lady of the Lake, and it was months before that when I played the game previously. I may have played a session or two at the time, but then there was a gap of telling me to go here. Is that a marker? But yeah, there's too many gaps constantly throughout it. Base game, first expansion, second expansion, tons of gaps, and really broke up the action, broke up the story, broke up everything. It's not even in a, oh, I got distracted from the main quest and started doing side quests or exploring. I wasn't playing the game, I was playing WoW, I was playing Path of Exile, I was playing Grim Dawn, I was playing Prey, I was playing whatever. You know, there was constant gaps, constant interruptions, and that took away greatly from the game. So that is one disappointment I had with it. I have more myself than with the game. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed The Witcher 3. I hope you've enjoyed this set. I hope you've enjoyed Heart of Stone and Blood of Wine. And I hope... Is she still here? Just gonna praise her dedication. Ooh, what's this? And I hope you join me again soon, folks. I was hoping to end in the sunshine there with Triss, but... Let me try and see where she is. It's not on my bed. Up in the guest bed? Is she no longer here? Where the fuck is Triss gone? You want to say, old woman?
I thank you for letting me stay. I cannot remember when last I was this happy.
We already asked this.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
You know, if Triss doesn't turn up soon, we'll end Witcher 3 with Marlene here. Wait. For some reason, that stuff's back. Ooh. Gold joystick. Yeah, presumably Witcher base game or Heart of Stone won an award, so in Blood and Wine they decided to put it in there. Because I stole that fucking painting. By mistake. Kicking myself over it. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that random dress is about.
Damn, you're ugly.
Pheasant, what to expect? Yeah, I had no idea where Triss is, and the hero's gonna be like ending it on a cute note of here they are, you know? Like, way to ruin it. Damn it, Triss. Worst girl. Yeah, doesn't come back. It's this kind of thing that makes games feel hollow and empty. Oh, finally!
Well.
Okay, it's odd now. She's just saying, well. Maybe she'll talk again once I reach up here, but I couldn't find her in the house. If I was looking right past her, I apologize, but...
I've a daughter, you know. She's fit to wed. Oh, so fit.
Stop checking your daughter out. That's honestly creepy. Okay, she gets down on the bed. And now we can talk. And say...
Yes, Geralt?
Anything to say? I was hoping for an ending like at the end of the base game kind of thing.
If I leave you here alone for a moment?
Just a moment.
Okay. So, there you have it, folks. The Witcher Tree. Again, to say it again! I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this. I sincerely hope you have. As much as, like I was saying, I regret having it broken up there and all that, I've truly enjoyed this game. It is a fantastic game. Truly fantastic. It was great to get to see Regis. I wish we got to see more of him. I like his character. I wish we got to see more of Ciri, more of Triss, Yennefer even. I wish we got to see more of Dandelion and Zoltan. These were all interesting characters and I would have loved to have seen more of them. I really do like the setting. I really do like the work CD Projekt Red and everyone there has put in to these games. Even the jankiness of the first game and the second game being better, but you know, I love the work they've put into all of them. And I hope you've enjoyed the series as I've done on them. And I do plan on playing more Witcher. Thronebreaker is on the docket. I will probably get around to that at some stage. I'm not too sure on its gameplay, what it's like, and the deets, but I do want to take a look at it at the very least. And obviously Witcher 4, when that eventually arrives. One thing that I won't, that I was initially intending to get at though was that water effect. Oh, that does look kind of nice, kind of odd, whatever. One thing I was trying to get at it was I want to play Witcher 3 again at some stage in the future. I said this before, I made reference to this, but I want to play Witcher 3 again in the future. New Game Plus, play through it again, and get the ending with Ciri's Empress. Apparently, if you get a Ciri Empress ending, but don't woo Triss or Yennefer, Ciri will turn up at your place talking as if she was a Witcher. It's odd. They clearly didn't prepare an ending with that in mind. But anyway, but yes, I do want to come back and play Witcher 3 again at some stage far in the future. Play through again, thoroughly hit even more question marks than I did this time around. Even though I got, as far as I know, all of Heart of Stone and Blood and Wine, I want to hit more of the base game ones. Skellige, Novigrad, Velen, hit more there, but that's for another time. I'm sorry, I'm trying to rush this here because both have dragged this on long enough and the dog's barking now. Actually, there's one last thing I need to check. One last thing. I'm curious now. The thought occurred to me. Un momento, Triss. There we go. Huh? There's a quest right here. Let's find out what it is. I've no idea. I'm not sure if it's a post-game thing, or is it something I stumbled into, or what? Let's check. I know I was ending it there, but then I was like, you know what? We with the Anna Henrietta bit and all that, we didn't see the end of her trial. They just zoomed off happy sunset, happy joy. Like, if we go say hi to Anna Henrietta, will we see her? Like, will we see the sister there? You know, will we get Anne new out of the Duchess? You know, what will happen? What's what? Gwillem.
Guillaume, what are you doing here?
Leave me be. Without my Vivian, life has no meaning. You are the last to whom I wish to speak.
Alright, so. Well, there's a bit for me to read in a later entry. Well, Geralt of Rivia attacked half-breed and he didn't survive. Actually, if I just head back here, I can get a port. You know what? It's not that far of a jaunt. Geralt needs the exercise. So anyway, I really do hope you've enjoyed this. I have. It's been a great journey. Certainly it's not been without its flaws and bits of blood. Without its flaws and imperfections. The glitches here and there, graphical, some bugs. But it has been a great ride. I've truly enjoyed it and I wish it went on more. As much as part of me was saying that I wish it would be over because of how long it was, I also still don't want it to end. I want it to keep going. I want to see more of Geralt, Triss, Ciri. I want to see more of Zoltan and Dandelion. I definitely want to see more of Regis. Regis got very little screen time. I would have loved to have seen more of him. Him to play more of a part in everything. You know? He was an interesting character, and I enjoyed the dynamic between him and Geralt, the banter and whatnot. You know? I really did like this, this game, the setting, the characters. I really enjoyed the work that CD Projekt Red has done here, and I just, as much as part of me wanted it to end, equally I didn't want it to. It was. It's a great experience, and I highly recommend people to play through the games. I've seen people say like, skip 1, skip 2, maybe even skip 2, play 3. No, play them all. Yes, Witcher 1 is janky. It's rhythm combat, and as you level up your weapon styles, the rhythm changes, and yeah, that's annoying. It's not great. Maximize Igni, maximize your spellcasting ability. Spam Igni. 360 degrees of death and destruction. You can blitz bosses down with it. Witcher 2, you don't like the combat. Use Yarden heavy attacks to the back. You'll blitz bosses. Won't work on the final boss. You'll have to actually play there, but you can cheese down bosses there easy. Witcher 3, obviously, it's fine. But play through the series, bring a storyline through. Certainly, most of your choices don't end up having an effect on future games. They don't, but it's still the heart is there. What can I say? I've got really drawn into the whole thing, and I truly do love it. And I really do want it to go on more. I like the characters, and I don't want it to be the end of it. And just playing through again wouldn't be the same, I want to see new content. And while there's stuff I've yet to see, like there was a quest in Blood and Wine where Geralt gets high and ends up talking to Roach. I didn't get to see that, but it's there. There's another quest where Geralt laments that he can't cry and show emotion as much because being a witcher dulled off his emotions. There's stuff there I haven't seen, but like main content-wise, like more meat-wise, you know, there's a bit of gristle here and there, or maybe gristles puts it harshly, but you know, there might be tasty little snippets of meat there that I missed, but the main bulk of it I've seen. So I'm not in a rush to play through it again, and certainly playing through it again won't scratch that itch. I want to see like another expansion or two, you know, more, you know, another game, you know. I really just love the setting. I love the characters. The gameplay was fun. Certainly on the difficulty I'm on, you could cheese most of it. You didn't have to play anyway sensibly. You could just spam, but I'm sorry. I just loved the whole thing. It was a fantastic game, and I highly recommend people give the series a try. The whole thing, the whole enchilada, 1, 2, and 3. Play through it. Have fun. Play through it. Have fun.
What is it?
Oh, can't talk to her about anything.
Thanks for sparing the time, Your Grace.
Duty calls.
You got it.
I understand. Understand and approve.
Greetings, Witcher. Remember, you are in Beauclair, an orderly city.
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
This is another thing I would... Definitely wrong place. Right? No. Yeah, it is the wrong place. Actually, no, this is where she was imprisoned. Actually, wait, there's something there to loot? Don't worry, I was just curious. Floating ladder. Oh, Pip is really angsty.
Listen to this. The frightened lips hearkened to the people's cries and cleft in twain the foul beast's box.
1 second, folks. Hey, folks, sorry. Dog losing her utter bollocks. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed The Witcher 3, and I hope you join me again soon. Up next will be Path of Exile Betrayal. I can say that with certainty because I've recorded that over a year ago by now. That started in 2018, finished in 2019. Yeah. Over a year ago by now. And certainly over a year ago, more than a year ago by the time you get to see this. What I've uploaded thus far is in like November. This might push into like December. Or maybe it's later. Maybe it's into 2020. 2021, I should say. I have no idea. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this series. I know I have. I feel nothing is truly deserving of a 10 out of 10. There will be inherently some flaws somewhere. Solid 9 out of 10 game. Like, nothing is truly perfection. Certainly there's some things that weren't a 0 out of 10, but there's nothing truly perfection. Solid 9 out of 10 game. I highly recommend it to people. I recommend it so high that I would recommend people to play through the first and second game, even if the first one is kind of janky. And like I said, the changes don't necessarily follow through as much as you'd like. They certainly do have an impact, bits here and there, but they don't have as... I feel in some degrees it's not as front and foremost as I would like. Like, I sided with the Scoia'tael in Witcher 2. That didn't really have much of an impact here. I didn't run into that Scoia'tael either. The Scoia'tael bans are are quite irrelevant now, and they didn't really seem to acknowledge it either. Roach didn't really acknowledge it either too much. He might have been warmer if I'd sided with him in Witcher 2, but he didn't seem too pushed. So, but I still highly recommend playing through the whole enchilada. 1, 2, 3, expansions, everything. And on that note, folks, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Love and peace, baby. Remember, tradition is sacred in Beauclair.